Anyway.
Sheffield Wednesday of the First Division. They've seen nothing like it at the county ground since Don Rogers was in his prime. Ian Carnaby reports.
Well, it happens every few years here in Swindon, doesn't it? That the achievements of the local football team wipe the rest of the day's news clean off the front of the Swindon Evening Advertiser. 1969 all the way to the final of the League Cup when, of course, Arsenal were dispatched. 1980 into the semi-finals of the same competition. And now Sheffield Wednesday beaten last night at the county ground. A famous victory, Peter Coyne's goal, getting Swindon home by 1-0 and into the fourth round of the Milk Cup. The town is alive again with football fever. Everyone is highly delighted.
I'm very pleased for them and hope the 12,000 attendance is going to carry on too. That's the important thing.
I suppose you go back to some of the previous glory years. There was 69 when they beat Arsenal.
Yes,
and of course...
yeah, well, I was at Wembley for that, but I'm afraid circumstances didn't allow me getting there last night, you know.
People used to know where Swindon was. I was at Heathrow the other day and someone said, Swindon? Who on earth lives in Swindon?
Well, now people are going to know again, perhaps, after beating Sheffield Wednesday.
It would be wonderful. Swindon needs that boost at the moment.
The hero last night was scorer Peter Coyne. His career at Manchester United was less illustrious than Lou Macari's because Tommy Docherty let him go to Crewe. Macari remembered him.
After Crewe, I went to non-league with Hyde United, and I was there 3 years. And Lou came along, had a look at me, and halfway through the game, he says, "Hey, he says, you're coming back to Swindon with me tonight," and we just went from there.
Well, he just approached you like that, and you sort of went back in his car.
Well, I didn't even know he was at the game, and it was a free kick, and he just went over the railings and just says, "Hey, Coyne," he says, "you're coming back with me tonight to Swindon," and that was it.
Well, 6-year-old son Tony enjoyed it. As for Macari, he was delighted for several different reasons.
We've got a lad who was in a wheelchair. He's followed Swindon for years and years, again through good times and bad times. And at the end of the game, to see him and the delight on his face, I mean, he was spinning around in this wheelchair. I thought he was going to go into orbit any minute. And that will stick in my memory for a long time. For that reason alone, it's a night to remember.
I must ask you about the goalkeeper.
I was delighted for him because he came here, he was on a hiding to nothing really. He performed well for us, and at the end of the night, I mean, everyone went away as pleased for him, I think, as he was in his own performance.
Well, let's be honest, it wasn't exactly what Swindon would have wished. Having beaten one First Division side, Sheffield Wednesday, they must now travel to meet another, Ipswich, in just under 3 weeks' time. Ipswich at home would have meant another 12,000 to 13,000 crowd, excellent receipts, and that marvellous atmosphere whenever Swindon are on a cup run. But as manager Lou Macari said today, Ipswich at Portman Road is a difficult proposition. They're still a good footballing side. It's a great pity for us.
Scored a goal. Was a boy's star, Jimmy. He was a star for the England schoolboys. In fact, scored a hat-trick against West Germany.
Yeah, I remember the lad. Yeah.
Was he number 7?
Yeah, he was real up-and-coming lad, wasn't he?
Went to Manchester United.
Yeah. And then
never quite made it, you know. He went on from United to Crewe, and then to Hyde United, and then finished up out...
Well, it happens to a lot of schoolboy footballers, doesn't it, Ian? They disappear off the scene. Was you a schoolboy footballer?
No, I didn't play international schoolboy. No. Did you?
No.
And Clough, who's Nottingham Forest, won 6 in the trot during October, including the midweek Milk Cup win over great rivals Derby. Well, Ken Brown of Norwich is the second division choice, a fine 4 weeks in the league, plus a good Milk Cup win at Luton on Wednesday night. Sam Ellis of Blackpool gets the third division accolade, 14 points from 6 matches, their October tally. And Lou Macari of Swindon gets a nod in the fourth, the Wiltshire club's midweek defeat of Sheffield Wednesday, clinching it for little Lewis.